Have you ever felt the pressure when you are in an interview, whether it's a job interview, scholarship interview, or an admissions interview? Now, when we talk about pressure, it's not just perhaps the environment, perhaps the pressure and the judgment that you give yourself. But when we talk about pressure, we're also referring to pressure cooker questions. Now, what exactly are pressure cooker questions? Pressure cooker questions are questions designed to put you under pressure and to see how you, as the interviewee, manage, remain calm and composed under pressure. So pressure cooker questions, often they are not the first question that they ask you. For example, they may ask, hey, tell me about the hobby of yours. Pressure cooker questions, they're usually the follow-up questions. For instance, if they ask, tell me about the hobby of yours. And if you say that, well, one of my hobbies, I love rock climbing. I do rock climbing 3 times a week, each time 3 hours, and I learned about skill A, skill B, skill C. The pressure cooker question will then come in as a follow-up question. Oh, since you like rock climbing so much and it seems to me to be a lone ranger kind of activity, are you telling me that you're more of a lone ranger and not a team player in my organization? I don't think you'd be a good fit. Wow, that is the pressure cooker question. So how do you deal with a pressure cooker question? 3 steps. Step number 1 is to identify what is the main underlying concern. In the example that I gave you earlier, the underlying concern was that the interviewer was worried about whether or not you have team spirit, whether or not you're able to show, and you're able to execute, you're able to incorporate teamwork at play. So step 1 is, within a few seconds, very quickly identify what's the underlying concern so that whatever answer that you give will be directly on point. Step number 2 is to address the assumption. Now, there's the assumption. What was the assumption then? The assumption is that if you do rock climbing, it's just one person climbing, you don't learn about teamwork or team spirit. That is not true. In fact, for rock climbing, you have team climbs that involve several individuals. There must be teamwork at play to put on a safety hook as safety points. 2, even for the traditional rock climbing setting, you have the rock climber, you have the belayer. There must exist a system of communication between the two, right? So that you know when to pull the string taut, so on and so forth. That requires trust as well as teamwork at play. Step number 3 is talking about alternatives. What other alternative activities do you take part in? Do you also play soccer? Do you also play doubles badminton? If you do, then don't just do rock climbing, right? So these other alternatives can also help you learn about teamwork and team spirit at play.